Hi guys, want to say ever so much. Thank you ever so much for you guys keep tuning in. I know my videos are few and far between, obviously on this very channel. More or less, more on my review side of the channel towards professional wrestling. I've launched that now. It's 18 subscribers so far. I'll leave a link in the description below to obviously that with all my other ones. And I can actually say this, I can confirm I'm going Forbidden Door at the O2. So look out for a vlog on that on my vlog channel, Gavai Knots. All in the link tree below, obviously. And that, I just want to say my videos on this very channel are very few and far between because obviously money and so on like that, which I hope you can understand. And it's very, at times, I feel like with buying merch, it's few and far between. Autographs, few and far between because I don't do the private signings that people host for fans to buy. I don't buy them. I hope to meet them in person and then get them, or if I have a photo with them, get their autograph afterwards. That's a rule I have. Sometimes I don't do doubles, but obviously Joe Henry was on my last upload. The reason why I wanted a double photo with him when I did, because I wanted his autograph. Shame he didn't have the TNA title on it, but it is what it is. But I'm glad I literally went to that. I enjoyed myself with my mate Paddy, so he's joining me on Forbidden Door. So look out for that vlog late August. Yes, that's the next vlog that's going out on there. Obviously, I've launched a channel where I review professional wrestling shows such as Raw, SmackDown, AEW Dynamite. I want to do Collision, but obviously it falls on an awkward night for me. I review pay-per-views. I give you my honest take on it. That's up to 18 subscribers. So if you're watching this, please check that channel out. All of the links are in my description below on the link tree. You know, from Instagram to my X account to obviously this account to Gavai Knots' account, Wrestling Fan Open Mic Night. That's where I do my reviews. You know, I'm glad I launched that. It's going all right on there. But like I said to you guys, at the end of the day, I'm trying to get my feet back on my feet, back on track. I will be starting collecting Blu-rays hopefully very soon, if not in the near distant future within this year. You know, I know I used to buy them all the time. That was when I was working. Now I'm not working, and I've got a job interview tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to having my first one after a year. So things are looking up finally. Other than the sad news is obviously my mum is in hospital right now. I'm not going into detail, but I'm hoping she's okay. She's been there exactly a week today, you know, and I've had that on my mind and everything. You know what? I know it sounds daft. I'm not. I'm not one of these people who will drink myself or take drugs or anything to cope with the stress and anguish of that. I can't afford to. If I could afford to, I wouldn't even do it as well. Because I know my mum's a strong fighter and she'll pull through this. But one thing is I want to actually show you an absolute freaking bargain what I actually got for merchandise-wise. Other than that, I got a nice little zip-up type shirt thing for £12 on in Primark. You know, I'm glad I picked that up because most of my stuff, right, I'll be honest with you, most of my clothes, they got trashed in the move. You know, but due to a leaky roof that I explained on that video when I first uploaded from this room. So go check that video out if you haven't already. So I made sure I got a nice top for the interview tomorrow. But whilst I was in Primark, I literally got a bargain of the century. It was like 75% off when I originally wanted this top, right? As people know that I do support Manchester United. I support Inter Miami. Yeah, time difference. Sometimes I don't get a chance to watch any games. But I'm hoping to watch the World Club Cup in the United States because Inter Miami's in there. And people or may not know that David Beckham is my role model since God knows how long. You know, and I was the one who stuck up for him when he got the red card in against Argentina. The idea of bringing that up, I do apologise, in 1998. You know, I feel like this, even though he got backlash from that, even though I've watched his documentary, I said to myself, I'm sticking by him. You know, he will do well by himself. He will come out of this on top. And people used to give me so much flack through obviously work colleagues and that lot, thinking you're talking nonsense. You know, and I tell you one thing, I wasn't talking nonsense. Look who came out on top and still kept relevant still to this day. I think he turns 50 this year. I could be wrong. But he's looking well for his age. Better than I am. I'm hoping to get a trim as well tomorrow before I go for my job interview. But I got this absolute freaking steal for £10 in Primark. I couldn't believe it. I literally wanted one of these when I saw them. Only, I think, a year ago. Or not a year ago. I think it's this season's actually, in fact. I could be wrong. You know, I don't keep up. So I've literally got a fucking varsity jacket, baseball jacket, whatever you want to class it as. You got it there with the Inter Miami across the chest. You got MLS. You got the MLS badge on that side of the front. You got the flamingos. I almost said penguins. I don't know why. Got the flamingos. These are embroidered, by the way. And then I got the Inter Miami on the back. Inter Miami's on the back. You know, this looks amazing on me. It's 3XL, which I'm really, really surprised. Fits me like a freaking dream. God, I should launch an OnlyFans, shouldn't I? Look at that. I know I'm not good with camera angles. I'm trying to not bang my head like I just did on the ceiling. So I literally got that for £10. Absolute steal. Absolute steal. And I can't get it off. Who would have thought it? Well, yeah. I got that for £10. They're normally £40 in Primark. I couldn't believe my own eyes. What an absolute steal, guys. I know this is a quick update for you guys. But like I'm saying, hopefully I get a job soon because at the end of the day, UC is not cutting it for me at the moment. I'll be honest with you guys, right? As always I am honest to many people, is that I am literally losing, right? I've worked out from obviously my job ceased to exist last year, I've lost 12 grand in a year out of my own back pocket because of obviously not having a job. My last job closed down, obviously. So I'm losing 12 grand a year. That's a lot of coinage that I can't afford to lose. I'm lucky enough, I'm living on what I'm living on, what I'm getting off the state, but it's not that great. Did I just make a poem without even trying it? But it is what it is, guys. But like Blu-ray wise, like I've put on hold on that. There's so many films I want to get hold of. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, I wouldn't mind doing the £5 budget ones again here on this very platform. I hope you like the new name change, by the way. I really like the idea of what I've done there. But that was pretty much it for the update. But other than that, guys, obviously keep subscribing on my other platforms as well. If you do like professional wrestling, you've come to the right person. You know, subscribe to this one if you're new. Obviously, subscribe to all my other ones on my link tree. You know, but I just want to say to you guys, thank you ever so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys soon for another video here on, what did I call it? Signature merch or something like that. But on this very channel. Stay safe, guys. Catch you guys soon.